Hi everyone! I am so tired today, it is ridiculous. I am hoping I can get through this video without forgetting what I'm going to say too much. We'll see how it goes. So this week I have been extremely busy. I've had appointments every day apart from Friday, so it's Thursday today, so tomorrow. I'm forgetting already. On Tuesday I had a sleep test because I went to my doctor and I'm like, I'm asleep for 7 to 9 hours, but I feel like I'm getting no sleep at all. I'm waking up and I'm always tired, I'm always fatigued. It is ridiculous. And I check my Fitbit, hashtag not sponsored. I check my Fitbit every morning and it's like, no, sweetie, you're only getting like 3 to 5.5 hours sleep per night. So not normal. So I went for this sleep study and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about how that went. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to film because I got really anxious about it. I got I got really worked up and stressed about it. So I just really wasn't in the mood. And then when I got there, it was like 6 of us, I think, waiting to get our sleep tests done. And I was like, I don't feel like sitting in this room by myself when someone could walk in any minute, and I just didn't feel like it. So unfortunately I don't have any footage, so I'll try and explain it as best I can. So let's get on to it. So I arrived at the place at around 7 o'clock, 7:15. Went in, everyone was really nice, gave them my paperwork. They took me straight to my room, which was like, it doubles as an office because it's like in a house that they've just done up for these kind of tests. So went in, got taken straight to my room. I put my bags down, put my pillows down, set everything up so I'd be nice and comfortable. Someone came in about 10 minutes later and started hooking me up. They put a band thing like around my chest here and another one around my waist about there. And then they put 2, sensors on my chest, one here and one here. 2 on each leg just around the knee, and then plugged it into this little machine thing. They then asked a lot of questions like, have you ever broken your nose? Do you snore? What time do you go to bed? Why are you here? This, that, and the other. Where am I? Sorry guys, I'm so tired. Hence the sleep test. They then said, what time do you normally go to bed? And I said about 8, 9 o'clock, even though it's more like 9, 11 o'clock. But anyway, I was like, whatever. I then sat down on my phone. I had a couple of comic books with me, but I didn't really feel like reading because I knew they would come in whenever and I just didn't want to get too relaxed and have to jump up. So I was there waiting and waiting and waiting. They had a TV in the room, air conditioner, heater, obviously a camera for when they film you when you sleep. That was fun. And yeah, so I had this little machine thing that if I needed to go to the toilet, you just kind of put it over your shoulder and that has all the cords plugged into them. Were those thingos uncomfortable? No, not at all. Like, you really forget they're there. At one point, this one got a little bit itchy, but it was fine. Anyway, so the hours went past and I'm going, like, are you kidding? Is someone going to come in? Have they forgotten about me? I could hear other people getting their tests done, so I was like, okay, I'll be next. And obviously I wasn't. So my back was killing me because I didn't relax. I was just sitting on the edge of the bed, stupid enough. I should have laid down or sat in a chair, but I didn't. Finally, they came round and got me at 11 o'clock, which I thought was a bit late. I mean, I'm here for a sleep study and I'm not in bed by 11, but anyway, came and got me. I mean, I'm not complaining about the people. They were so friendly, so nice. I was just getting sore and tired. Took me into another room, sat me down. They took my height and my weight, and then started. I had all up 7 sensors on my head and 7 on my face. On my head, I'm not really sure where they were, like 1 on each side, obviously. But then there was, I think, 2 here, somewhere here. I can't remember. I was so tired. And so he set them. Guys, I'm so sorry. He put them all in my hair and it wasn't painful. It was a little bit uncomfortable because he had to like move the hair out of the way, because if there's like one strand in the way, they can't get a reading. So did that, put the stuff down. Then he's like, oh, sorry, I just have to put some wax in your hair. I was like, okay. To move the hair out of the way and keep the cords like down. I was like, okay, that's cool. That'll be easy enough to get out. Went back into the room after that was done. That took about half an hour. Went back to the room, sat me down. I then had a couple of other cords. They put, I think it's like a heart rate monitor or something on my finger, like at the hospital and stuff. Put that on my finger. I had like a breathing thing up my nose, but it wasn't giving oxygen or anything. It was just to see how you're breathing. And then something else up my nose. I was like, what the, you want me to sleep? You want me to breathe all this? But anyway, laid me down. They put a walkie-talkie in the room, went out, and then kind of got me to move my eyes around, look up and down, move your left leg, move your right leg, breathe through your nose, breathe through your mouth, da-da-da. And that was just to test that everything was working. Once that was done, it was lights out, go to bed. It wasn't uncomfortable. Like, the stuff all on me really wasn't that uncomfortable. I mean, you kind of forget about it after about half an hour, unless like you move or like touch it. Did you like remember it was there? But the most uncomfortable thing for me was I have really bad back and really bad hips, so I'm constantly changing from side to side. I wasn't able to do that because I was constricted. Obviously the cords are only so long, and you are limited to how much you can move unless you really don't give a shit and you just rip everything out. So that's the uncomfortable part, the not being able to move freely. Even like your arm or your leg, you don't really want to move too much. But I was tossing and turning, and they must have been able to tell that something was up, because I was like, I need to pee, but I really don't want to get up. But anyway, they came in and were like, oh, is everything alright? I'm like, yeah, might go to the toilet. So I had to unplug me and went to the toilet, and I got a quick glimpse of myself, and I was like, oh, glamorous. But anyway, they did say if you need to go to the toilet, just sit at the edge of your bed and we will see you. Obviously they're, sorry, my nose is itchy. Sit at the edge of the bed and they will see you, because they're obviously filming. Went back to bed. I think I fell asleep about half an hour, 45 minutes later. I think I was asleep for about an hour and a half, and then I woke up. My arm was killing me. I was just so sore, and I was tossing and turning again, and one of the things on my head had come off. I didn't notice, but the guy came in, had to turn all the lights on and fix that up. That took about, I don't know, it felt like ages, because he had to keep coming in and checking that it was working. And then there was like two up here came off, so he had to come in again and fix that up. Other than that, no dramas. I think I fell asleep again for about half an hour, and then I kind of just was dozing on and off. But anyway, they then came in at about 4:30 and woke us all up, and then I waited for a bit. They came back in and they took all the sensors and stuff off, and that really wasn't painful at all. I would recommend, though, if you're a guy, honestly, shaving your legs, because it did hurt a little bit, and that was just on skin. So on hair, yeah, I definitely recommend shaving your legs, unless you want to have your hairs ripped out. But anyway, he was taking everything off, and when he got to my head, I could tell like he was having a bit of drama, and I'm like, it was getting really knotted. Whatever, really not complaining about that. And then he's like, oh, there's wax stuff in your hair. You can only get that out with hot water. And I'm like, I thought it was like wax, so like you'd just be able to like pick it out or whatever. And then I looked at it, and there was bits of it all in my hair, and it was like a mix between Vaseline and wax, and it would not come out of my hair. Anyway, it got me up out of bed, and I then had to do a breathing test, which was supposed to be done the night before, but they were running late. It's where you put this like mask thing over your mouth and nose, and then you block one nostril with this like cotton bud thing, and then the other. Anyway, I left there at about 5:20, and my hair was just a bird's nest. It was horrible. Went home. I managed to get out pretty easy with really hot water, and then I just put conditioner on the ends. So overall, it wasn't a bad experience. It really wasn't. It was just an inconvenience, I guess. Couple of things I would suggest. For like, you have to shampoo your hair so that the stuff sticks to your head. So for girls or guys that have long hair, definitely shampoo your head and like all your hair, but I really recommend putting conditioner in from about like here down, anywhere that's not the actual scalp, because it'll help that wax stuff come out a lot easier. Another thing is, if you have hair extensions, not obviously clip-in ones, but other ones, I don't know if you'd be able to get the sleep test done, or you'd have to like ask ahead, because like I said, if there's a bit of hair in the way, they can't exactly do it. So if you know, when you've got extensions, it's kind of clumped together, they may not be able to do it. Another thing is, I would have really liked if they had told me two things. If they had said, look, you're going to be waiting between half an hour to 3.5 hours for the test, so that I knew like to settle in for the night, because they did say, oh, bring something to read while you wait, but I thought, yeah, it'll be like half an hour max. So that's one thing I wish they had told me, be prepared to wait like 3.5 hours, 3 hours. And another thing is, I wish they would have said, you're gonna have waxy shit in your hair and it's gonna get really knotty even if you have short hair. So be prepared that you're gonna have to go home and wash that out straight away, because how many people don't have work in the morning? And even myself, I didn't have work in the morning, but I did book a doctor's appointment reasonably early, so I had to come home. I didn't get to bed till about 6:30, so like I said, I'm really not complaining. Everyone was so sweet and nice, but they're just a couple of things I wish I had known in advance. So I hope this video has helped if you ever have to go for a sleep study or you're just interested. If you have any questions, please ask me in the comments below or on any of my social media. I will leave the links down below. Don't forget to check out my clothing line, hippoplatypotamus.com. That link will be down below as well. If you haven't already, please subscribe and like this video, and head over to my page and like all my other videos and give them a watch. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!